Namaste, Jai Bharat. Parliament session is on, and those who watched it must definitely have witnessed such marketplace behavior from the opposition. The opposition repeats few things, not only in parliament but also when they were facing elections. They were repeating few concepts on and on, again and again. One, Dalit, Hindu, then most dangerously and most unwarrantedly the Sena, the army. One of the things which got spoken in the parliament, which should not have been the case in any case, it was highly inappropriate that they mentioned about the Agniveer. It is absolutely baseless and absolutely nonsensical that there is an area where one should not speak, and that is the armed forces. We may have many programs within our armed forces, and our defense minister also will not involve in the matters concerning the armed forces. That's why Bharatiya Sena is Bharatiya Sena, which is a Sanskarik Sena. And if you look at the armed forces or the army per se in Pakistan and the army in Bharat, you see the difference. The army in Pakistan is absolutely unruly, chaotic and anarchic. They do things as they want. Nobody else will know. Some general will sit and make decisions. After this, when one becomes a senior officer, that person actually becomes more of an administrator, and with their see, that's what happened in Pakistan when the army started ruling them several times. They are not polished people, they are not diplomats, and they are not meant to rule people, because ruling is an altogether different process and business, and a soldier is getting patterned himself as a soldier is entirely different. I need not explain the differences between a matured soldier and a matured statesman. Soldier hardly becomes a statesman. That's why they get into blunders and mistakes on and on. That's precisely what happened in Pakistan, and that's precisely what is happening in Pakistan. The whole terrorist activities which they do cross border to Bharat is by and large the army's business. They think they are something which they are not. But look at Bharatiya Sena. That's an entirely different concept. I would not like to speak about Bharatiya Sena even in positive terms. That we are not supposed to do. And then see, the opposition spoke about Agniveer, lies about it. He says we don't call them as shaheeds. First of all, that word we don't use, shaheed or shahadat. Normally, we call them as veers or veeramrityu. This difference has to be maintained, but he was using the word shaheed. Or shahadat, he did not use. Maybe he doesn't know that concept of shahadat. And said things about the Agniveer program, and I tell you the Agniveer program is the most positive program. When I was in the defense forces, I really hoped that after matriculation, all should be given training, military training in whichever forces, either the army, navy or air force, and at least for 2 years let their intermediate, that is their plus 2, 11 to 12, be counted in their training, and in training things will be taught to them, right from grammar, language, everything will be everything gets taught, and let them get the plus 2 degree during the defense training time. and then let them choose if they want to continue. They can go to the defense academies or join in one of these, whatever, as per the person's choice. I used to aspire, I used to wish that things should have been in that manner, because that would make a disciplined citizen of the nation, and one will really belong to the nation. Belong to the nation. You have a sense of belonging to the nation. You have a sense of respect to the nation. I used to feel, I used to think in my younger days, very young, in my younger days, I just aspired for that. And Agniveer is something I can do that. It happened very late. Should have happened long back, and that is not compulsory. It's again optional. It's a choice, and you join, get your experience, get your training. Training is necessary. That makes you a human being basically, and it's first of all, a soldier is really a real complete person. He's trained in every aspect, and you don't get the training for free, but you get the training for free once you join as Agniveer, and so many things. And after that, if he has no taste for the military life, he has an option to go out, and he doesn't lose his time, he doesn't lose his education, he loses nothing. And such areas one should not comment. Forget about finding fault. One should not comment. Such things goes against nation, and that amounts to, let me say, anti-nationalism. Categorically, it amounts to that. Directly or indirectly, explicitly or implicitly, it amounts to anti-nationalism, which one should not allow, or one should not let happen. These kind of things. And of course, what is apparent from the behavior of the opposition is that they have no concern for the nation. They just want the nation. They don't care whatever happens to the nation. So look, with great struggle, the nation has come into existence. It did not happen overnight out of blue. And then the present thing, after so many years, these puppets were mostly in power, and now a legitimate Bharatiya team is leading the nation. Then you see the results in the last 10 years of the legitimate, authentic Bharatiyas. Our concern is only with the authentic Bharatiyas, the genuine Bharatiyas leading us. Look at the changes that took place in the nation for the last 10 years. We became strong in every aspect of the existence, and that one is trying to destroy for the sake of power, because these power concerned, power wanting political employees are jobless, suddenly left jobless. Among 100, if there are 5 genuine Bharatiya, that will do. These 5 will make other 95 follow. But 5 or 2 we need. They will lead others, and others can't do manmani as they feel like. If there is the strong people, then you just make a mess of parliament. You represent an amount of people from your constituency. You represent the entire people in your constituency. Not only those who voted you, you represent those who have not voted you also automatically, and you should know it. And then, if I have voted such a person, I would really be sorry that I happened to elect such a person, which doesn't happen. People might not think so deep, but I would have definitely felt sorry for electing such a person who makes irresponsible, senseless and baseless statements about quite a few things. They want the Dalits, and that's a very, very fairly new term, but that people use conveniently. They repeat the word Dalits and the non-Dalits to confront, creating a rift between the Hindu Dharma to begin with, and then creating rift with within different aspects of society, either through religion or through language or through whichever or whatever means one can get its hold on. The ultimate objective is to create differences against the, which I always say, where the Upanishadic epistemology of coexistence of the multiple and the plural. These things you see, and then again touching the defense forces, no soldier would relish it, and no soldier would like it. And यदि हमारा बस चले तो हम कुछ करेंगे फिर ऐसे. A soldier cannot afford it. Soldier cannot afford somebody abusing the nation. That's a kind of nationalism we are groomed into. That is why these programs, that's what I used to wish after class 10 one should get 2 years of military training at least. You become an authentic Bharatiya. And if you're not an authentic Bharatiya, there's no point in existing in this given context. If you don't belong, you feel out of place, you'll be fish out of water everywhere because of your own ununderstanding and follies. It was unfortunate. Fortunately, it was hue and cry, typically like marketplaces. Then, of course, he was answered, the Prime Minister, in his immense maturity and wisdom, said it is Balak Buddhi. No other better refined way of admonishing. The speaker kept telling repeatedly, ये गलत है, with due respect. But this thing just goes above the people's head. They continue howling, you know who howls. These things are unfortunate. One should keep the respect of the nation. And this is particularly sensitive. You talk about the army. This is not the first occasion someone is talking about the army. Previously, someone was talking about the army having different types of soldiers, inferior and superior, all the name of caste. That caste thing they have tried playing, and again playing it into the army. These things are unpardonable. Of course, the Sanskriti of Bharat is so strong that these things will not really affect, but this creates disturbances, sometimes brilliant disturbances. I'm sure that we have to remain conscious and careful for the days to come against such sweeping propagandist statements of lies. We meet again sometime, after some time. Namaste, Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.